My name is Professor Christoph Hagemeyer. I'm the head of the Nanobiotechnology Lab at the Australian Centre for Blood Diseases at Monash University in Melbourne, Australia. I'm also an NHMRC Senior Research Fellow. I studied chemistry in Germany. As you hear from my accent, I'm from Germany originally. And I did my PhD then in Germany as well in Freiburg in neuropathology. And then I moved fields into cardiovascular disease, also in Germany with a postdoc in Bordeaux in France. In 2005, I migrated to Australia to join the Baker Heart and Research Institute in Melbourne, where I worked for 10 years. And then in 2015, I moved to Monash University. My lab is a nanobiotechnology lab, so we are working at the interface of biotechnology and nanotechnology. So we're using antibodies for targeted delivery of diagnostic agents and also drug delivery with targeted antibodies. That's very important because the more targeted you can deliver an imaging agent in a diagnostic or a drug, the less adverse effects you have, and the more specific is your readout and your clinical answer. My passion and the passion of every discovery scientist is to have your ideas and your invention to go into the clinic and benefit patients ultimately. So we are working in the area of cardiovascular disease and stroke, which are devastating conditions when you have a heart attack or stroke. And our goal is really to develop novel treatments so that blood flow is restored more quickly in stroke and patients don't suffer the detrimental effects, and also to prevent stroke and myocardial infarction by having better diagnostic tools so clinicians can know who is at risk of getting a myocardial infarction or stroke in the future. We achieved that in one project recently in the area of pulmonary fibrosis, where we developed a tracer which is heading towards clinical trials in patients who have pulmonary fibrosis and hopefully can inform better treatment and better outcomes. I like to travel. Wasn't possible for the last 2 years, unfortunately, but with scientists, we always go to conferences overseas, and I'd like to combine that with some travel in the countries I visit. That's a passion of mine. Otherwise, it's a very busy life as a scientist, so there's not much free time around it, but I like to read a good book, go out for a nice dinner, and interact with my family.